You've watched a new Losu laser video, right? I have not. Yayaka actually sent it to me and I was like, okay, dude, I'll watch this when I stream later today. I did not stream later today or later that day. So I have not seen it. I know the title of it though. It's like Osu laser needs a direction? Objective? Purpose? Deciding on what? Yeah, Osu laser needs a goal. That's what it is.
So I'm sure you know by now, Laser is the next major update to OS. Last year, developers like this dude
I am recording now.
were focused on getting ranked play in Laser, and now they're focused on... yeah, there is no focus, so we're going to decide what comes next, but before that, we have a changelog to cover along with this dot.
Removing the dot.
Wait!
Yeah, based on the results of the poll, I think the majority has spoken.
Oh my god! Oh my god, there's just no way! The dot is gone! Chat. We did this together. We came together as a community to stand united against the dot. All my homies hate the dot. Holy!
And it needs to go. I'm still not completely used to it, and it's like adding a bit too much design flavor to the logo, which was supposed to be very simple. And like if I compare the original logo beside that one, I still tend to prefer the original. So I don't think it's going to be just like, you know, erase dot and we're done. It'll go through a few more iterations of design.
Huh?
If you suck at this
Okay,
game,
that's cool.
you'll be
Good
very
compromise.
familiar with an experience like this.
Huh?
In the new results screen, you can now see exactly why you suck thanks to these miss indicators.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh wait, that's actually
You might
dope.
also notice your PP
W editing.
grayed out. This happens if you use a mod that's labeled as unranked, which is actually kind of confusing. Players with unranked mods can show up on the ranked leaderboards.
Huh?
That's a problem for another day. At least for now, PP is clear on the results.
Whoa, Remu, thank you.
When loading a map in stable,
Wait,
you'll
what?
sometimes see things like
Is that actually a
smoke
button or was that just like a sick transition?
At least for now, PP is clear on the results screen. When
Okay,
loading
that's
a map in
definitely
stable,
just
you'll
a
sometimes
dope
see
transition.
Things like this note or an epilepsy warning.
Now they display at the left-hand side of the screen rather than adding a delay to the gameplay starting. You can kind of move your mouse cursor over the text if you want to read it for longer, otherwise it just stays there for the standard loading time.
Respect.
Similarly, Stable has this classic hit error meter, and Laser improved it by adding some icons to indicate early versus late.
That is so important. Dude, I remember using the hit error bar in Osu Stable a long time ago, knowing that it could be super useful. I just didn't know which direction was which. So I would literally purposefully try to tap early to figure out which direction it was, and purposefully try to tap late to figure out the direction of that as well. Obviously, you only need to do it once, but I kept forgetting. But dude, this is so huge.
Or at least Laser tried. If you're confused by which icon means early and which one means late, it's not just you.
I'm pretty happy
What? The bicycle is slower and the car is faster, is it not? Am I dumb?
to get rid of, what do we have, a speedy truck and a bicycle. We had a lot of people being like, shouldn't a motorcycle be faster than a truck?
Motorcycle. Ah, I forgot those exist.
Yeah, it was a bit ambiguous, so we've switched to the classic tortoise and hare.
W change.
Custom designed icons as well, which is kind of nice. They have a bit of style to them.
And hey, you know, even if it is still somehow confusing, at least you have the plain text option in the skin editor.
That's already
What the hell, dude? You do anything? What?
in, isn't it? I still would like to maybe have the early and late display for a bit at the start of gameplay, then fade away.
Yeah, good UX.
For this update, unpausing in Taiko Catcher Mania would pretty much guarantee you a miss. As of today, though, there's this new countdown with fancy sound effects by Nekodex.
Oh, Osu sound
You obviously
design.
had to reposition the cursor to the correct place before starting, but this gives you a bit of warning before the gameplay starts in the other rule sets. Something that was asked for quite a bit. I think it was asked for more in Laser because the start was very abrupt. I think Stable had a pretty standard delay before gameplay started again.
Interesting.
Never would have noticed I'm not pausing gameplay enough.
I think that's the correct way to play the game. I don't think you should be pausing in the first place.
I agree.
Meanwhile, some of the highest PP plays have like strategic pausing for stamina.
That's cheating. That's a hot take. Okay, that is a hot take. I know it, but that's cheating. I stand by that opinion. If you pause in the middle of a play on purpose, cheater.
Yes. I think at very least I want to see the pause count actually stored against the scores so we can show it on the results.
Yes!
So people are aware of how many
Yes!
times people have done this.
So the biggest change from last update was probably medal support. You could earn medals in laser with the exception of these purple hush hush ones. Over the last month or so, though, progress has been made on Hush Hush medals too, allowing you to, I guess, earn some of them?
Huh?
Since the last release, we've got all the infrastructure in place for them. It's quite complex because, you know, we need to keep them as a private code base while also feeding into the open source components. There's 118, I think, Hush Hush medals,
But
and
that's
Spaceman has
their
been
unique
working
problem.
through them and found a lot of bugs, implementation bugs in the old code along the way. So it's been a bit of a rocky journey. We've been focusing in general on the ones which are easier to obtain, the ones which the majority of users have, just so that, you know, people going into the game can actually get the Hush Hush medals.
Previously on both Stable and Laser, these main menu banners could only be shown one at a time. However, this change makes them much more functional.
Huh?
On the back end, multiple banners can be set at once. Yes, we use Discord for that.
They use Discord to set the banners in the game? Are you serious? That has to be a joke, right? Look at the bot name.
On the back end, multiple banners can be set at
Wait,
once.
what's that comment? Add ability to schedule and rotate main menu content. This will cone with ass commands to manage the currently live content. And a stable patch to share the JSON data source? What?
Much more functional. On the back end, multiple banners can be set at once. Yes, we use Discord for that.
It is called the ass bot. The profile picture is some dude bending over. What?
And for anyone looking at the main menu, these will now cycle every few seconds.
It's nice to see, you know, things that are currently going on in the community. It's the place that gets the most visibility of anywhere on us, really.
On the performance side of things, there's two big changes. First, just look at this FPS difference. The editor handles certain conditions like a zoomed out timeline or lots of timing points much better now. And second, there are some experimental renderers to try out. I don't really know what they do, so Smoogie, the developer who made this happen, explained it a bit.
I was gonna write a script for this, but that didn't end up happening. You shouldn't expect FPS gains, but if you have any sort of breakage, for example, spiky frames or texture corruption on macOS, it could help with that. Some GPUs also.
Laser is runnable on Mac? I feel like someone's told me this already, so it sounds oddly familiar, but that still feels somewhat shocking. Is it true? I can just download OSU Laser and run it natively on my Mac. I don't know why I'm just so genuinely shocked. I thought gaming on a Mac was like dead. If I can run OSU on a Mac. Fun fact, Mac had the lowest audio latency for the longest time. What? You had a Mac? Okay, listen. I've been a Windows user my entire life. And then I saw the M1 MacBook Air like show up at Costco. And I'm like, you know what? I saw the presentation from Apple. They're touting this as like some massive leap in performance. It can't be that bad, right? I was blown away. I've used so many Windows laptops, which I still use them from time to time because I still think they're superior for gaming. All right. If I'm going to a LAN event, I'm going to bring a Windows laptop, right? I just got this ROG Zephyrus G14 and like that thing is phenomenal, right? Lightweight, absolute powerhouse, can run OSU mobilely. Like, dude, it is sick. But before that, I decided to try out a MacBook Air just to see if I could get used to Mac OS. And I was just sold on battery life alone. The fact that I can use that laptop without being plugged in for like 2, almost 3 days without needing to plug it in. That's if I'm not using any like crazy tasks on it. And I can edit on it. I could launch Premiere on it and edit videos without any issues. Well, I did eventually hit an issue, and that was storage. And then I decided, okay, fuck it. This is incredible. I'm going to pick up a MacBook Pro. I sold my soul to Apple. I don't even want to say how much I paid for it. It literally makes me cry. I put on a credit card. It has 0% interest. I'm just telling myself I'll get my money out of it as long as the YouTube channel like actually like pops off. It's an investment. But god fucking damn it, why does Apple charge so much for storage? Storage and RAM, dude. What the fuck, man? Fucking fuck, dude. What? Fuck! Fuck!
So don't behave correctly with Direct3D to get Direct3D to perform as well as it does right now.
If it lasts 5 years, it's good. It's worth it, I think.
Added a few hacks. It's using kind of undefined behavior. So this is not using any of that. It's just doing it a little bit more naturally as expected by the GPU.
So if I don't have performance problems, these renders might not make that big of a difference.
Yeah, pretty much. I would even suggest, even if you don't have any problems, to try them out. We really need more comments about like how different hardware behaves. And you may find that it behaves better for you, or if you get worse FPS, then that's kind of important for us as well. Yeah, I would just encourage everyone to try out the experimental renderers.
Hell yeah, Smoogie!
Shifting away from performance, here's a few quick changes. By default, this thing will save your password.
Woo!
You can filter by multiple statuses in song select, like if you want to see both ranked and loved maps.
Whoa!
And Lazer now supports Discord multiplayer invites.
Whoa! I've only used that
Discord
once,
means you have to
ever,
specify
on
a
stable.
max player count, and because in Lazer there is, in theory, no maximum player count, we've just set that to something like 1024. So if anyone hits that limit with the lobby, let us know and we can increase it again.
Is that a challenge? 1024. 1024 players in a multiplayer lobby on Osu Lazer. That doesn't sound ridiculous. That sounds oddly doable. I mean, if I didn't disappear for 2 weeks, I usually average around 1,000 viewers. If I can somehow convince all 1,000 people to actually hop onto Osu and also get those people to not be a dumbass and multi-account, that almost seems feasible. I crashed this with 1024 people, brother. Just schedule an event in the Osu community. Just advertise a date on Twitter and YouTube. Bro, okay, so my brain defaults to like the worst case scenario. Bro, if I advertise all this and make this big push only to get like 3 people showing up in my multi, bro, I'm going to quit. I'm going to just disappear from the internet right then and there. Instantly apply for a job at McDonald's and never show my face on the internet ever again, dude. Holy, oh, dude, yeah. What is the biggest Osu multiplayer lobby ever created? Does anyone know? Has that been documented? Probably yours from before. You're joking. You had one, was like around 500 plus people. Are you serious? I had like 400 people in the lobby before? That doesn't seem that bad. Anyways.
Is a challenge from me, by the way.
There's one more change I wanted to mention. This ensures broken rule sets don't cause Lazer to crash. I imagine most Lazer players nowadays aren't really affected by this though, because it feels like people don't even know it's possible to have more than 4 modes in Lazer.
We put so much effort into making these systems modular and supporting custom rule sets, so we really do need to do something about them, like list them officially in some way sooner rather than later before all the custom rule sets developers just disappear.
Wait, what? What did they say?
And supporting custom rules.
Because it feels like people don't even know it's possible to have more than 4 modes in Lazer.
We put so much effort into making these systems modular and supporting custom rule sets, so we really do need to do something about them, like list them officially in some way sooner rather than later before all the custom rule sets developers just disappear.
Anyway, let's talk about the title, the next step for Lazer. This update isn't really packed with many major features, and part of why is because there isn't a specific goal that the core development team is aiming for.
Lazer is in a very good place right now, and that's why we're having trouble, is we've got everything to a pretty good state. People aren't complaining so much about the stuff they used to be complaining about, so finding a next focus is getting more difficult. The team dynamics during the PP release were pretty good, like having everyone work on a single task seemed to be quite fun, engaging for all of us on the dev team. I do want to aim for making that happen again.
So to get a better idea of what developers could focus on, this list was made. It basically covers broad things that might make it even more worthwhile to play Lazer. For some people, implementing PP for rate adjust mods is worthwhile enough, but for others, potentially you, something bigger might make Lazer worth it, like an actually innovative editor, or a completely new system for score farming competition, or multiplayer
For those completionists or farmers on Osu still tracking ranked scores / unique beat maps played, what are your favorite stats to track?
score farming competition, or multiplayer elo ratings, or
Chat, I think I said this before, but I would love to have like a roundtable rank system. that has like that's an elo based system, with the incentive being the best players go to the round table. Ideally, we have some incentive within this system where people could support it financially, so the round table isn't bleeding money, etc., etc. Like, I would love that, dude. There's proven demand for it already. Osu ranked lobbies, made bot, elite botics, like all of these bots are popular with top players, but eventually people stop playing it because there's no reason to get you get legendary. Boom, wow, that's crazy. And then what's the point of keeping it? There's no rush. There's no incentive to continue playing once you hit the highest rank. It's over, right? So that would be sick. And I feel like there's so much talent within the community already who have already done this already that could probably just make some minor tweaks to their system, integrate the round table into it, maybe find a way to add some incentives for people to financially support it that aren't breaking the game, and then boom, that could be sick. But anyways,
Literally anything else.
I think people want to, this includes myself, I want to see more stuff which engages the community, both on like a high level competitive scene, but also for the casual players. And I'm thinking, my thought would be like for people to think outside the box of what they want to see. Like if anyone has a super crazy idea for some kind of new system, or like an idea of how we can make seasonal leaderboards work well, then we are definitely all ears.
I'm sending him a DM right now. Actually, let me finish watching the video before I send this DM, just in case I'm missing something.
So I assume you're talking about the people watching this. How do you want to get their feedback? Like, are you going to run a poll with some popular features, or you want people to just write in the YouTube comments?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, maybe. Yeah, maybe doing the comments thing before I make the first poll would be best for me, because then I actually have something to draw from for the poll, rather than putting something out there that everyone's like, I don't want any of this. There's more important stuff to us.
Okay, so here's the path forward. Comment about what new system or feature you'd like to see, or just upvote anything you agree with. Developers will then read your ideas to gauge what the community wants, and from there, most likely make a poll to establish the next step for Lazer.
Interesting.
And that's it.